It's now hard to tell who has failed and who has passed.
All I know is one
new grading system.
No, when you fail, you go back to Form 1.
What do you mean by when you fail, you go back to Form 1?
You go back to Form 1.
Yes. As we speak, Valentine ended way back. Those that received the flowers, congra. Those that received the cows, because apparently flowers is not a thing. Those that received the cows, congra. And those that were disappointed, try again your luck next time.
Next year.
I think they are still crying.
So as usual, this is Great Minds, and this is podcast 24. We are still strong, and we are still moving. At least in the studio, we don't have anyone crying. Everyone is sober and steady.
I feel like we need a cake on 25. That's like a silver jubilee.
Should be the end, at least should be the end of the season. Then, of course, we are, as usual, we are going to go through today through 9 segments. Of course, we'll begin with the introduction as usual, and of course, we're going to into the local scene where we're looking at why AFCON, why the AFCON wants to be postponed. And of course, we look into the new politicians that are trying to show impact in football. And definitely, we look at the FIFA agent exams that has been recently posted by FIFA. And of course, we get into FA Cups. You saw all the highlights that happened. We'll take through the key segments, key matches. We are looking at the top 4, top 5. Around there, we'll be focusing on those matches. And of course, we'll look at the toughs in England versus the toughs in Uganda here. Try to do a comparison in the first world versus the middle order, that is according to our president. And then, of course, we'll look into the flopped players. We'll be focusing on Paul Pogba and hopefully Rome Sterling. Of course, we'll get into there are very many things that has been happening in football. We'll look into the strikes in football and its impact against the game. And our focus will be on Cristiano Ronaldo's strike. Was he looking for likes at his age, or atanze okumera entondo mupiira? Of course, we'll look into the tech. Number 1 on the tech will be focusing on the QR codes on the national IDs. And of course, we're looking at very many countries that are coming up to boycott or abolish technology that is coming from the United States. And the case in example is France, trying to abolish Zoom and Teams. And then, of course, even Uganda, we'll talk about it, Uganda, because as we speak, Facebook is still blocked, and we are still surviving. Then, of course, we'll go into our EPL, that is segment 7. We'll go into our EPL, that is episode 26. And we'll look into so far how the key matches are. Of course, we will be focusing on the top 5, top 6 again. Now, those are not within that category. We are very sorry. We won't be focusing on those. Of course, we'll get into our second last segment. That is our fantasy. Then we'll talk about our local league, our Namavund league. And point in focus, we'll be focusing on undefeatable and his rudimentary styles of proving that is defeatable. And of course, we'll get into our prediction and our teams. And obviously, we'll end with a conclusion. So before we begin off, as usual, I'm JW, and I'll be hosting this show. And over to you, NL.
Kajambo Huzuri from the island of love. To welcome back everyone who was there, those who had a trip, those who didn't, as the host said, shall try again next year.
Yeah.
It's NL, as always, the number 1 Arsenal fan. Yeah.
Okay. As you're hearing, people from the Love Island. Apparently, some of us need pins.
Pins?
To where the island is located. The batteries. We didn't get invites, but anyway. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all good. So it's a blast to have you here. This is Double S. So as they have said, if you are in the Love Island this year, well, good for you. Congrats.
Yeah.
If you weren't there, this is not the end of the world, regardless of the age. As long as there is life, there is hope.
Exactly.
Hopefully next year, you'll get an invite and you'll be on the ferry to that island.
Because I was seeing some tweet somewhere saying that most of the love, how do they call these people where musicians gather and then sing for people, shows?
Like a concert.
Most of the concerts, it was surprising they were women against women. There were few men in those concerts. So surprise. So what is going on? What is happening? So seems like it is becoming the new normal that men don't usually go for any of those things. Or probably the men are stuck. But like NL said, or like we said earlier, if it has not worked for you to this time, we still have more years ahead, right?
Yeah.
Yes. There will be another fame somewhere, somehow. Yeah, for starters, in relation to that, I saw on I think on TikTok, a guy was proposing to a bald-headed girl. I don't know if you saw that. And what was surprising in that the girl was given a new laptop in a box. And you know what happened? The girl opened the box, smashed the laptop down. We were given the flowers, smashed the flowers, but I don't care about flowers. I'm interested in the tech in this. He was gifted with a laptop that he comfortably opened and smashed down.
Depends which thing laptop.
What you mean in what the Mac?
Yeah. It should have been a Windows.
Might have been a Windows.
Hey.
So I mean, where are we going? Does he know the value that is in tech?
I don't know.
Or it's something that is actually comfortable, destroying, and the man wasted his money. So that's what I think someone was saying that this business of giving women flowers should be abolished. And this thing of kneeling down
while
proposing, it's not an African thing. And whoever found doing that,
white culture.
Yeah, so they will literally whatever, because first we're not used to that life. And that's why someone buys a brand new laptop from a box. You should go and look out for that clip.
But to be honest, can you just say no and let the guy walk away with his laptop and the flowers? If you don't want them, just say no. Why spoil the gift?
Yeah.
Maybe the guy has a side chick who would appreciate this gift.
The guy or the girl?
The guy. And for you smash it, now he has to go and buy a new one.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did really smash it. I mean, if it was
whereby you can repurpose the gift.
Yeah.
Change the name and the note that's on top. Give it to the other person. Why smash it?
I still say it must have been a Windows laptop.
But it doesn't matter. You don't have to smash it.
I mean, even if it's Windows or not Windows, I mean, it's harmless to really smash. Because I usually see that more of a white culture, that someone can get pissed off and then smash your car windshield. Like they annoyed, these girlfriends annoyed, they smash the car windshield, they throw the phone away, etc. I mean, that costs money.
You see people smashing TVs, throwing away PlayStations.
Yeah.
I want them to come and try it here. they will know that the government can't help you from assault. They call it assault.
I think so. I don't know by the
domestic violence.
If you throw someone's laptop down as a result of giving it to you as maybe a gift, are you supposed to? Can you go to police? Or it's for God and my country?
Yeah, no, maybe. I don't think they would be charged of anything because you had given it to them.
Oh yes.
You had offered it to them, and
so
that's what they
do with it is up to them.
It's up to them. So.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on forward is that colleagues, you understand today is Monday, and given it being a Monday, it's a public holiday apparently for I think Janan Luwum. And people there could not know why, because people usually like public holidays, but they don't care the magnitude of the public holidays. I mean, if it's a free day, who cares what happened?
And this one is on the right day.
Exactly.
A Monday.
Exactly. And given the people that means they have enjoyed the long weekend. Remember, Valentine was also on Saturday.
Yeah.
So perfect Feb so far, as so far it stands. So NL,
Yes.
what happens to this day? Why are we having this public holiday for Janan Luwum?
So we remember this. This day was actually a date that was commissioned by His Excellence Tibbs, Mr. Tibbs, to remember him. He was an archbishop. He rose through the ranks and worked as a parish priest, a chaplain in the institutions of learning, a tutor, a principal, a province secretary, a bishop of North Uganda, Archbishop of Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and the Zaire before he was martyred in 1977. This man has been an archbishop in about 3 regions.
Yeah, I'm told that in the earlier days, you couldn't. It was regional, colonial rule. So they were not seeing Uganda having its own archbishop.
Yeah.
So in the earlier days, they have to merge with like 4 or 5 countries. Then they make that a deacon, and they said he used to be a very big person, very powerful person to be an archbishop, like what NL is saying. And so, what happened? What happened to him? Why are we? Is it because he was the archbishop for the 3 countries that we now have a public holiday? What happened to him?
He was a big person, as his bio says, from schools. He taught. He did a lot of work, and I think it's why he is remembered. And it isn't that there are so many people who have achieved the things he has done in his lifetime. So he owed.
So was he murdered or died of a natural death?
Sources say he died of illness.
Sources say he died of illness.
Yes.
So then
Is that fair?
because NL, how many people have died? How many prominent people have died?
There are so many.
Exactly.
So the Kabakas and the Obotes fought for our independence.
Exactly.
And they don't have public holidays.
For Milton Obote, Amin and the likes.
Amin has a country.
Kabaka Mwang.
Mwang also has his issues. we are looking for a person who has no issues.
There's you see, actually for literally kings, maybe to be a little bit maybe unfair, not justifiable, but ideally, Obote, Amin, Kabaka Mwang and the other Kabakas that maybe we may not know or be aware of, those all should be public holidays. We have NRM Liberation Day.
Yes.
We didn't have Obote Liberation Day.
Because he didn't liberate us?
No, they liberated us from the colonial rule. Obote and Kabaka, they merged their parties, form one.
It's why we have Independence Day.
It's for them.
So, on Independence Day, do you see anything to do with Kabaka or Obote? So is that fair?
No, you are asking for a day to appreciate their efforts.
A public holiday.
Yes,
appreciate their efforts.
Independence Day.
It actually looks like those people never did anything.
Shouldn't Janan Luwum, what was he? Catholic or
I think
Anglican?
he was a Catholic.
Yes, he was Catholic.
Anglican, Catholic.
No? Catholic. So why isn't the church the one celebrating him and the whole country?
I'm sure it is. The church has something they have done.
Yeah,
they pulled strings, eh? Is that favoritism?
There.
In church?
In church, yes. I feel like he deserves it. In my way, he does deserve it. Because he has done a lot of good things.
My friend, we have a lot of people
From
who have
a
done
mentor
lot of things.
to an educator to an archbishop of literally East Africa.
Isn't
big.
that one of the basic roles of a leader in a religion?
Actually, Daboris has a point. Why should we celebrate you because of your roles?
The current archbishop we have has never been a teacher.
But you have to spread the gospel.
Yeah.
That makes you a teacher.
He has never been a teacher. He hardly
do you know?
mentors people. No, that's it.
You have his portfolio.
It is known. the only thing close to being an educator is being on the board of the church schools.
But before
it.
you become someone big in the church, you start with a small role, whereby maybe you are like an assistant, you take care of Sunday school kids, something like that.
Highly doubt.
Or you make like a meeting for married couples, counseling people, and that's teaching.
Anyway, away from Janan Luwum, I think you've had a few about him. Apparently, that's the only information that we can provide. In other news, the S4 results were released, I think, on Friday. And as usual, you saw taking action, send an SMS, and you get your results. And I think the uneb actually makes a lot of money now, especially when the results come back. Because if you look at the number of students that sat the uneb, that is UCE, and then multiply each of those by 5. How much is the SMS?
It is 500.
Yeah, multiply that by 500. How much money is that? Did we make like 500 students?
I think
50K?
more.
500,000.
Or 40?
I feel like they were way past that.
The number of students that sat UNEB this year.
Actually, during our time, there was a system whereby you had to use internet to search for your results. I used that system to get mine, and I used that system to get for like I think before I searched for mine, I first searched for like 20 of my fellows, just to get confident to get to my results. I was like, you know what? Since I was 014, I was like, let me start from 1 because it was based off your intelligence and your positioning in the class. So I was like, let me start from the best, and I will judge where am I, And that system was good. I don't know why it was abolished.
So here, according to UNEB, they are saying a total of 400. How do you read this number? 432,163. That is how much?
432.
432,163.
432,163.
If you multiply that by 500,
216
million or billion?
Million.
At 116. So roughly, that means UNEB gets nearly that money for every release of the exams. There's PLE.
There's PLE.
There's UCE.
There's USCE. And then there's UCE.
Yes. So that means they are likely to make $1 billion.
No, $500 million.
If just UCE, they are making 200 million.
And remember,
yes, so
when you
that
finish,
term was 3.
After each level, there are some dropouts.
And there are people that over send SMS the request for those results.
Remember,
you find like 3 or 4 people
because I might check the results, and you also check on your own.
Yes,
since you have the index number.
Yeah. So you see that reality is that there is future in tech. Because that's revenue now, which never used to be the earlier days.
But the system was free, I'm telling you.
The system is free?
It was free. It was abolished. It's no longer working. It's no longer there.
Because there's a money component now. The other one was pilot. We have to think to see if it works or not. So those candidates that passed, congra for you. And those that, do we have any candidates that failed?
None.
We have none.
But it's now hard to tell who has failed and who has passed.
All I know is one thing.
It's grading system.
No, when you fail, you go back to Form 1.
What do you mean by when you fail, you go back to Form 1?
You go back to Form 1. In this new curriculum, when you fail, you have to go back to Form 1. But failing is hard. It means you didn't get...
No, whatever the case. What do you mean by 4 years throw someone back to Form 1?
But imagine, you need... What do you need to pass? Is it 1E in your results?
Really?
Yeah.
That's all.
And in all the 9 subjects, you don't get a single. In my friend, you need to go back to Form 1.
But
to be honest,
if I may ask, which kind of thingy passing is that?
You have passed.
Congra.
How do you fail to get at least 2 E's?
Yeah.
Now I feel like they should just bring it up. If you have an F anywhere, you failed.
You know, nowadays there's no longer first grade, second grade.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. As long as you get result 1, you've passed.
Actually, initially I thought result 1 was first grade. But then I was corrected later that wasn't the case.
There are no grades anymore.
There are no grades.
So after result 1, it's what?
I'm told what is 2.
I think the other result is for you failed, which we don't know.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. Failing is hard.
Yeah.
That if you fail, you have to go back to Form 1, to be honest, or go to a vocation.
Yes. Anyway, again, away from that, so those that their results are out, congra. Those that very well participated in malpractice, may God be on your side. Now, what happens to those when they find that you did malpractice? You still go back to senior 1?
I believe so, yes.
That is serious, man. You just chill. You just leave
for
school.
You to get those results, they are accumulated over the 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, like first term, your results are taken to a uneb center.
Yeah.
In your region.
Mm-hmm.
The same for second term, third term, and they are compiled to get your results for Form 1, Form 2, Form 3. So, if there's no your compilation for the first 3 years, how are you going to pass with only results for 1 year? So that's why you fail, you go back to Form 1.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. But that's a discussion for another time. Street vendors are being chased away from the Kampala streets. The border guys, the ones that usually sell to us cheap stuff, right?
Yeah.
If you don't want to go inside someone's shop to charge you rent, the same shoe you can buy it from the street. So apparently they are chasing them away and they are calling it cleaning Kampala, and they are chilled Kampala for the last, I think, 25 years.
Yeah.
The government had left Kampala to Lukwago to manage. But now the government is back in action.
Congra to KCCA.
Lukwago was so lenient.
No, me, I am very, very pleased with that. I'm so pleased. There was a time how to say?
No.
It wasn't that. I had gone with Undefeatable in town. We had gone to pick a client, dozens of ham. But I can tell you we spent about 2 hours leaving ham to go up on Kampala Road. 2 full hours. Why? Because apparently there are those vendors who put their things in the road and they don't want to move. They are working there. They do not pay there. They're just entitled. So the fact that they're now being, chased away, I'm happy. Because honestly, they make Kampala so narrow.
So NL, that was, how many times did that happen to you?
It's happened once because I rarely go that side.
So you feel like if you don't eat food in just a day, are you going to die?
No.
There is another solution. Whereby you could have told your client to come to a place that's not so crowded.
Why can't I drive through downtown?
Because that's a trading center.
Yeah.
No.
Why would you drive through there?
Through there.
Go pick your client on foot, walk back to the uptown.
Does he know what happens every Sunday here at the Namirembe stage?
Yes.
When there's a market?
Yes.
When there's a market? Have you ever been through there?
Now, let me tell you, KCCA gave them a day. Sunday. Have you ever been in town on Sunday? It is market day. They were like, do whatever you want.
NL, on Sunday everyone wants to rest.
They have that day.
No one is.
Yeah, but you know very well that exactly. A few people actually do access town during Sundays. We've been there. Okay. You've seen it how it looks to be remote. It looks like the way it were in elections. The city was all remote.
Now, let me bring this as an economist. The vendors, let's assume you are in a building, you have paid rent. We all know how expensive it is. You're competing with a person who is paying nothing apart from Echikarai. Is it Echikarai? Tundubad that they have bought and they have put there.
And now, let me ask you a simple question. Those guys, they say they are selling clothes.
Yes.
How do these clothes get into the country? They import them, right?
Yes.
The people that import those clothes pay taxes, right? So these vendors accelerate their importation. Did you know that? The ones that come on the street accelerate their importation because the more they sell more, the more they go back to get more.
And they buy from those guys.
But
Yes.
they are affecting the people in the shops.
No, but they buy from those guys.
No, let people in the shop have a different way. I don't think that should be an excuse. Look, we are still in a messed up country. It's not that everything is in line. Like, oh, you have to supposed to go. How many times do we have power issues here and you don't have anywhere to say? Water issues and then you don't have anywhere to go? It's not that things are okay. If you go in a government hospital, you had people where someone was saying there were no medicine. So you cannot wake up and say, okay, we want to clean up like this. No. You see, we were discussing this some time back, is that development is not forced. All those developed countries, they never forced anything to do with the development. These are things which are naturally driven. These are things which don't have any political influence.
But I feel like it causes a bit more organization.
No.
For example, KCC has built a number of markets around town, but still you still find a person laying on the street side.
But the markets, you know very well that they are empty, and the reason is because they don't attract people in them.
Yeah.
Because they are street vendors.
How long has the one day market been there?
It's been there for a while.
Uneb, among men and women, who shops more?
Ladies.
Now, do you believe that women, when they are shopping, they have a plan in their head that I want item X, Y, and Z, and that's all they are going to buy? So, you know, women are impulsive. Once they see something, even if it wasn't on the budget, they'll buy it. So, if you are inside the shop in the basement, do you think they are going to see it?
I rest my case.
And Daniel, you saw when we were watching Chan.
Yes.
How did we access the stadium?
Okay, how were you getting the face painting?
Yes.
How
Yes,
were you
there.
buying the flags?
The flags, yes.
No, that's
And then how were you accessing the stadium? Which is important. Are you going to walk for 70 kilometers because you want to watch a game? It's those border guys that made us reach that stadium so easily and quick.
And they are cheaper.
And they are very cheap.
The ones that you find on the road.
If you ever bought a taxi going for a match, the match will end when you've not even reached.
Before you even reach the gate.
But no, I still feel like they should be organized. Especially that side down, they should be organized.
NL has a car now, so
They should be
Maybe-
organized.
Levels shifted. Anyway, so moving on to the local scene into our second segment is that you know very well that East Africa, or what under the Pamoja, is that a slogan? Under the Pamoja concept, they were supposed to host the AFCON, that is next year. But apparently, as it stands, there are rumors, and there have been several meetings of it being postponed or alternatively being cancelled, such that a different country does what? Does host. Well, key things on note is the turfs are terrible. The hotels, Mo Salah cannot sleep in them. And of course, the management to handle that is in set of quagmire. You heard previously that Magogo was asking for some money for several innovations, including having close to 500 million for VAR, 5 billion for VAR, etc., etc. Essentially shows you that something is wrong. A question to the team: how are we ready to host AFCON?
I don't think so. As Uganda, I do not think if you have two stadiums, you can host games like this.
For me, I want to say yes.
To stadium, yeah.
No.
Which stadium are you referring to, Ed? You need to be
Nambole
clear.
and Hoima Stadium.
Look at this.
Unless if we can
We
also
are
use
3
Hammers.
countries hosting this thing.
Yes.
So, you would have around only 2 groups playing from your country.
How so?
Because we are 3 countries hosting one thing.
2 groups, those are 8 countries. 8 countries in a single country, right?
Yeah,
Because
8
because
teams.
4, right?
Yeah.
8 teams, okay?
We have enough hotels to host only 8 countries
Oh, yes.
to begin with.
Yes.
And then the 2 stadiums that we have are enough.
Hoima and Nambole.
Yeah, each of our stadiums can take on 2 games a day.
Now, are you willing to go to Hoima for a match against maybe Egypt and the Comoros?
Me personally, it would have to be on a Saturday, where on Monday we have a public holiday. Like this week. Otherwise,
But I really do not know why. I would like to again thank our president
Yeah.
for the infrastructure these days to move between regions is seamless. From here to Hoima, it's completely tarmac, and good tarmac, by the way. So I don't know.
NL, from here, by the time you pass through Kasagat, you pass through Naiya, Namkrabi, Chisubi, or whatever, that alone can take you close to 5 hours before you penetrating that area. Right? By the time you reach Hoima, the match is done.
No, you just leave.
So,
and that's what I'm saying. We need time. We'll need to have a public holiday around there.
you go for a match,
Yeah.
and then you come back the following day when it's still what? When it's still open. But if that's not the case, I
Because
still believe
yeah.
that actually we are.
imagine the match is at 7.
Yeah,
That means it would end around 9.
yeah.
And you have to drive from Hoima to Kampala. You would get here around, give or take, around 3. And then you have to work the next day.
Yeah.
So by 5, you need to be setting off for office. Would you recommend that to anyone?
Yeah, so anyway, just imagine
tricky.
the magnitude that you see. The match alone could be 20k or 10k.
Yeah.
Is it worth the investment?
If it is a final, yes.
A final in Hoima. Okay.
Yes.
But isn't that a miracle?
Because to be fair, if FIFA, the National Sports Council,
Yeah.
sit down and they decide to put a Uganda Cranes match in Hoima, there's something wrong with their heads.
Yes, that will be awful. That will be off.
Yeah.
Unspeakable.
Yeah, because here in Uganda, Uganda Cranes playing would be the main match on any given day.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Sure.
Whether it's semis, whether it's group stage, it will be the main match.
Yeah.
So get something like Comoros or Cameroon to go and play from Hoima. We don't
Yes,
care.
yes, actually, yeah. The stadium
We
will
don't
be
care.
empty. Exactly.
Let them get some buses to carry their fans.
Yeah, and to
Hoima.
Hoima. Exactly.
That's on them. For us, we don't care. And just make sure that Uganda Cranes is playing from Nambode. The rest we don't care. We don't care. So I'm telling you, we are in full capacity and capability to host this thing.
But you see, Davares is that 4 games in a day, doesn't it affect the turf?
And remember, you play 4 games. Remember, all the 3 countries can be playing at the same time.
Yes.
These games need to get broadcasted.
Yes.
So if we play today, we would need to, that pitch would rest for around 3 days.
Oh, you mean when you do Pamoja, that means all the games cannot be played at the same time? That's what you're trying to say?
they need to get broadcasted.
So Kenya cannot be playing as
while we are playing, because remember, for Super Sport, let's say here we are using multi-choice or Canal Plus. They bought multi-choice, so we have around 3 channels that can broadcast the game. Actually, they're going to give us 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, in the previous AFCON.
Yeah.
And
They'll
that's
make one
when they
AFCON
reached
channel.
quarters, I think. Or semis or quarters when they started playing games at the same time.
Yeah, which is hard. If you have 1 channel broadcasting the game, you can't play around 8 games.
Yeah, at the same time.
Because each and every person in their country, they want to watch their team playing.
So you believe that by the end of the tournament, the turf would still be okay.
Yeah.
So for you, what you're saying, Double S, is that indeed, East Africa, under the Pamoja concept, we are ready to host this.
Because why not? We are from hosting Chan and everything went smoothly.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah.
So what's wrong now? The
Maybe
same
Chan,
number of teams.
Chan didn't have hyped
Okay,
players.
okay, maybe we would have more fans coming here.
Yeah.
But again, I still think we have the capacity to host them. We have enough hotels.
Yeah.
Some may not be as fancy as they like, maybe 5-star or 3-star. But I know we have the capability to host them.
I think there is, in Kampala, there are hotels that can surely accommodate them to their life.
We have some hotels that are like ghost towns. Very many in Entebbe. There's one where JW wanted to run from.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah, very true. Because now imagine a player from Entebbe, they are supposed to play from now. You know, hotels also have restrictions. The distance that they play is going to move before the match. You cannot drive someone from
Around
Entebbe.
30 minutes. On
And
the
then,
express.
exactly, and then you bring that's
No, I think that is fine.
Around-
no, that's
yeah,
too
around
much.
30
So-
minutes.
but it's usually not allowed. Usually hotels are supposed to be next to the stadium.
Okay, maybe, they need a training ground.
Yeah.
That's true. But how about the fans?
Now imagine
For
30
the
minutes
fans, it's
coming,
okay.
30 minutes going, 30 minutes coming, 30 minutes going.
For the fans, it's okay.
Yeah, for the fans, we don't have any problem with that.
I think for also the players. It's
No, they
allowed.
need the pitch nearby where they train from.
So again, I'm going to ask this question. Do you think we are ready to host AFCON? Because look at Magogo so far is not going to be given that money. That's number one. And even when he's given that money, the man is in his last term. He will just do what he wants to do and leave.
This is also something I want to see. Whether people from other countries get mad, I don't really mind. Because if Uganda Cranes is playing from Nambole,
Yeah.
my friend, the pitch is going to be full of Ugandans.
Yes.
And we don't care whether the opposing team has fans there or not. We don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
It's by default.
Give them one small section, and
No.
for us, we shall fill the rest.
Don't give them anything.
But
I want to
Don't give them
assure you.
anything. You saw what was happening in Morocco.
Eh,
You saw where the Senegalese guys were? Those guys who usually put on that Senegal word, they put them somewhere far. So it doesn't matter if the game is played at home and the entire stadium has Ugandans. Who cares?
we are used to fighting for the tickets, so there won't be
But-
anything special.
But if I may ask, all this is funded by FUFA, right? Is it CAF or FUFA?
The what?
The tournament,
It's
By
it's,
FIFA.
by FIFA.
ideally.
Yes.
So why are we paying?
No, actually, you're given money
Yeah.
to renovate the
Yes, to do everything, to like organize everything.
Yeah.
So why are you making us pay money as FIFA?
So you want to go for the cup for free?
No.
Yes.
They weren't making
No.
them pay money. Magogo had gone there with a budget.
No, the end is
asking
meaning the
for the
fans.
money.
Why should the fans
Why
pay
should the fans
if
pay?
the FIFA's get? And it's like a concert.
So for you want to go for free?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're in the wrong country.
No,
not a
FIFA
wedding,
hasn't
right?
put in a single shilling.
You are in the wrong country.
Yeah.
So I feel like, no.
You know the cheapest World Cup ticket is at 4K USD.
4K.
USD.
No, it's because it's in America. That one just has issues.
The cheapest
ticket.
The cheapest ticket for World Cup is 4K.
Although they say,
USD.
Do you know how much 4K is?
that those prices will keep on changing, they are not fixed.
The cheapest 4K.
But you know also America is getting funds from FIFA. So why are they charging a ticket at 4K?
I think it's because they just,
for me to watch a game, I need 15 million plus the 36 million that I'm supposed to leave at the embassy.
Yeah. Plus accommodation, feeding.
I need 100 million plus to watch World Cup. Moving on. We've been in elections that just concluded, and apparently we have new politicians on the block. There are those that have been existing that I don't know if they have ever shown any interest in football. But now we have a man that does Taxi Maxado. He dodged the bullet. How many things did he dodge?
I think he said he dodged the bullet and then he gave the man an uppercut.
Yeah.
Before he landed,
Yeah.
he took a straight punch and sent the man flying.
Yeah. That
And
man.
you might think this is an Indian movie.
No, it's not.
But it's true.
It's true.
You can go and ask him, Chambo.
Yes. The man was literally, he was literally a kickboxer. Now, this man went and visited the stadium. Do you think?
Is it called Mondo Fondo or something like
Would
that?
you think we've gotten the best mayor in the world here? NL.
It's hard
This
to
is
say.
Engineer Barimwezo.
It is hard to say. He's a very funny man, as I may tell.
He's showing signs of interest in football.
He may be showing the signs of interest in football, but is he going to actually do something?
He has done a lot of things as he was an MP.
Like what?
You know, that guy used to chase, during that era of Bachiface, yeah, the street kids that were hitting people. He would get a few police officers and they would join on the chase to chase them on the street. How many MPs do you know that have done that? That you actually find in field doing what they are supposed
They are
to do.
even overfigured. I don't think they can run. They
I
are
think that he
overfigured.
might have just done that once.
You had the man dodge the bullet.
Yeah.
The people,
Punch someone before landing. Hey, he did what?
He took a straight punch and sent the man flying.
Yeah.
How many people do you know that
Yeah.
have done that?
and he was recently
our parliament.
attacked at his home and was the only survivor.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently.
Yes. So do you think he has potential in changing football?
So far, it's too early to judge.
Or maybe you're seeing KCCA Football Club getting to the heights again.
Yet, Magogo wants to chase them away. Government-owned football institutions. Yeah, Magogo wants to abolish them. That is KCCA, UPDF, Maroons, NEC.
Maroons for what?
For prison.
Oh, Maroons for prisons. Okay. So anyway, so that is what we are having. So you think he has potential to change football?
So
He
far
seems to
it
be a
stands-
sports person.
Yeah. I think so far the people that have been voted are doing some work, like that
the one
lady
who
who's chasing away vendors from Kampala streets.
Mm,
Said Lord Mayor was very lenient with you.
yeah. And apparently, I also read some tweet somewhere where they are saying that the armies, all those cities that have grown, were developed because of the armies. So we may even know the city might be taken over by the army.
Highly unlikely, but let's wait and see.
All right, moving on. FIFA posted FIFA agent program. So those that want to become agents, there are exams you can undertake. I don't think if FIFA has any involvement in them.
But isn't that funny? Is there like a course I need to take?
You need to be a professional agent. You may not even know how to negotiate or even speak English. Or even you don't know how to do numbers. As they're saying, the player is going to receive this and see off-pitch allowances, what they don't make sense to you.
But that would affect me, the player.
Yeah,
because
but
I'm the one to choose my agent.
Yeah, but they are not, you see, there's having an agent that is not recognized by FIFA. So here they want you to satisfy that FIFA proved to be you're a really worthy football agent.
So all I'm wondering about is, what's in the test? Is it like an aptitude test?
Maybe general knowledge and common sense.
What do you know about football?
Yeah.
I think it's worth checking.
You want to give it a shot?
So it is there.
What if they say you need a player?
We can comfortably share with you the link if you want to register, or you can just search FIFA agent.
Yeah.
And you go to the official FIFA website, and of course it will take you through the registration part first. Then you'll be able to take the exam. I hope for the exam doesn't have Gamba Nogo.
Hopefully.
But as you said, if I have a thingy signing, I have Namavudu's finest, Maguire.
Yeah, exactly.
But your player needs a license.
You see, also those are the things that maybe they are asking in the exam. You might think, wake up and you have a player that is playing, So anyway, colleagues, moving on to football, that's from the local scene, is the FA Cup that happened. And you know very well at Liverpool hammered Brighton 3-0, a game that I only watched first half and I had given up.
I think also me, once the third goal went in, it was over. We immediately went and slept. That's a wastage of our time.
Exactly. And then Man City hammering Salford 2-0. Was it 2-0?
Yeah, 2-0.
This seems to be very small goals for Man City.
He brought the second team.
Brought the second team fully. And then, of course, the only team in the world, and FYI, as Arteta has been warned, if he doesn't win Premier League, could say bye-bye to him next season.
By the board of directors?
Yes, Arteta has been officially warned. Because the laziness that he's trying to showcase, later we're going to discuss the EPL results that happened. He has been playing comfortably.
But I don't think he's playing lazily. I feel like he's.
Before we get into that, and we'll get to that at a later date. Is that Arsenal managed to hammer Wigan 4-0, and Gabriel remained on the bench. There was no need for him to come on.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah.
Come on, it's Wigan.
And then when we look at Chelsea hammering Hull City 4-0, Paloma didn't touch on that game, and I don't think he was even on the bench.
They need to rest.
Yeah.
I think that's a good move for you to rest your players.
Okay. And then, of course, the game which was serious was where is Aston Villa? Aston Villa, Newcastle. Newcastle hammering Aston Villa 3-1. That was more of a shock to me.
Yeah, it was a shock.
Yeah.
Because Aston Villa hammered Newcastle 2-0.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah. And
so
then
what happened?
Now Newcastle.
They got a red card.
Yeah.
From
Actually,
some kid I've never heard of. What is called Bizot.
Yeah.
Bizot.
Yeah. So before we get into the mad pitch, are you surprised with these results? Were you expecting anything new out of them?
Apart from Aston Villa, not much.
NL. This is surprising you because, guys are giving each other 3 goals, 4 goals. Are you surprised?
Not really, but I think they're just tweak teams. Yeah, that's why.
Okay. So, and then, of course, we're going to do the, very well that Wigan was playing, was playing against Ipswich Town, right? And they had the pitch that way worse than our village pitches here. And remember, we know this, that we've always been seeing spot on pitches, spot on taps, that very well that you can, now in that pitch for Grimsby, could you slide?
I wouldn't say worse. I would say on par with our village pitches here.
On what?
On par, like on the same level.
But they have goalposts and nets.
Yeah.
We have wood. We don't have nets in our pitches.
But some of them don't.
They
have
are potholes in our pitches.
Some,
okay, even Grimsby also it had some potholes.
Let's rate it with a team that's also playing in the league. Let's not judge it with let's say, pitch like we have here. Okay. Because here we have a team that's playing in the National League. The pitch is owned by the church.
Yeah.
So it's us, the villagers, that enjoy this pitch. So let's rate it with a team that is playing in a given league.
It is awful. Then the Grimsby pitch is awful. It doesn't match at all. They need to work on it. I don't know why they didn't play at Wolves.
It was named a mud bath.
Did you look at the pitch, NL?
I didn't.
Oh my God, it was so crazy, especially near the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so crazy, honestly.
That means by all means you have to prevent your goalkeeper from getting shot at.
Yes.
Because
or they can even shoot and the ball stays in the mud.
Yeah, that's another possibility.
You get. So anyway, so that is what transpired versus our pitches, because all along we've been told as African we have the worst pitches. That pitches not even a player can play for, but if you look at that pitch for Grimsby, it was extremely terrible. Awful. Number is 100 times better than that pitch. The Homes Island pitch we are wet, which club plays there?
URA.
It's spot on. It doesn't have such area, and you can imagine. You get. Yet the others are considered to be number one league, number one whatever. Everything is about them is number one. So did that pitch really look into number one? Or we are going into a single rotten tomato can make all the other tomatoes happen. What? Rot or something like that?
Yeah, probably.
Is that the case?
Brand loyalty. We were branded to have awful pitches.
Exactly. So anyway, NR into segment 4, our flopped players. This is a new segment on this podcast. And we're looking at those players that have flopped. They were once heroes, but the heroes, the H was turned into a Z. Zeros. Number 1 on our list today is Paul Pogba. Once a Man U player. No, actually, once number one Man U player.
The most
that was
player.
kicked and hammered by the one and only Maguire.
Arsene Wenger's favorite, one of his key players.
Maguire?
No.
Or
Paul
Paul
Pogba.
Yes.
Then he was tested positive for the DHEA substance. Has done witchcraft to fellow players.
Allegedly.
So,
And
and
witchcraft.
and as a result, even the drugs and everything is as a result of the family. So, Double Ace, this is your player. This was your player for Man United. If he stands on the goal outside 18, be assured that that's a goal. He would get for those far corners. What happened to Paul Pogba?
I still want to defend my man. Actually, I've been defending him ever since we started this podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, even before, when we were preparing for this podcast,
Yeah.
I argued that we should name this segment Flops and Fallen Stars.
No.
He was a star.
No. The NL. Are you?
It is a flop with a big F.
Yes. From hero to zero.
Because
There's no argument about that. Double S.
apparently some people were saying that, he was supporting his whole family. During their trips to watch the games, their stay wherever the game was in those cities,
Yeah.
he was paying for the accommodation, the feeding. He got them
Ideally-
access to the pitch.
That's called black tax.
What
What is black tax?
Define black tax. You man, don't confuse
black
us.
tax is
But NL,
responsibility.
before explaining it, does that word exist or it is your own word?
no, it exists. You can actually look it up.
Tell-
It's called
Continue
black
to-
tax.
continue.
you explain.
A responsibility that gets
As we Google it,
imposed on you because you are well off than other members in your family.
why is it named black?
Because
So can it happen to
is
a white
common
person?
among the black people.
According to AI, they are saying here, black tax refers to the financial burden borne by successful black professionals and entrepreneurs who driven by culture obligation of communal support and historical economical disparities. Provide consistent fast. Daniel was right. Please continue. Yes.
So
And this is the
ideally
first time
that
I'm
is
hearing about black tax.
Hey, you get? You have us.
So yes, him doing all that,
Yeah.
it isn't because they want. No,
Yeah.
they expect him to because he is there.
Yeah.
They
So
they
apparently,
are entitled. They feel like if you are making all this money,
Yeah.
we are, and you have to help us.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
So-
but now
that was not the problem. The problem is he was betrayed by the very people who are black taxing him.
As expected by blacks.
exactly. Are you surprised with that?
Are you surprised?
Are you
by
surprised?
That?
Are you shocked?
Because for me, I think generally all humans are wicked, regardless of the race.
That is
Whether
true.
you're yellow, black, white.
Yeah, but it's way more common here.
But just to imagine the brother.
Yeah.
He was plotting some scheme to steal 13 million from Pogba. Actually, he was imprisoned for that for 3 years.
He kidnapped himself.
No, the brother.
Ah.
He got some gunman, put Pogba onto gunpoint, and they're like, they wanted money, though he was on the back end. He wasn't where he was being sent from, you know. He got some accomplices, and they were like, you know what, my brother is kind of rich. This is our ticket out of poverty. So I think they kidnapped him, put him on gunpoint, but he didn't pay the money, and somehow, some way, he managed to win the case in the court. But after some time, again, his brother claims he was bewitching Kylian Mbappe.
So was
allegedly.
Is he a true brother, same mom, same dad?
Yeah.
Or is just an inherited brother?
Matthias Pogba.
So same mom, same dad. So what is the problem with the brother? Because it looks like now the entire Pogba family is going to tarnish now.
And there are also some conspiracies that, you know, he laid on I think maybe he gave him the substance that was found in his blood that boosts testosterone. And somehow he got a 4-year ban, which was reduced to 18 months.
Yeah.
Since, I don't know, maybe after some time.
The court and the legs.
Yeah.
Is that the time when he left Man U?
No. By then he was already in Juventus.
So what happened to him? Why did he leave Man United? He flopped?
No, after some time, you know, I don't know what happens in Man United, but he wanted to leave. Because remember, we have been switching coaches around too much. So I think he got fed up of it and was like, you know what? My future is kind of stagnant. So
does that mean that if you have something and you've made something somewhere somehow, keep the family as far as possible? Is that what it tries to teach us? The abaganda bagamba go when you get it. You know that? Is that what is happening to Pogba now?
As I say, for me, general, I think it's people that are wicked.
It's greed.
No, just that when it comes to family, most of the time it's unexpected.
Yeah, but it doesn't make you to be like the way which was defining it. I don't own you.
Yeah, there's no obligation.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to make it like use the right word. Or doesn't have to be an obligation.
You can say no and be like,
because
this is my man.
Now imagine exporting all tickets. Okay, hotel, ticket for the stadium. That money would find could spend close to 40,000 per match.
Yeah.
True.
You get, so that means out of his 60,000 earns, take out, I mean the 100,000, maybe the 200,000 earns, take away taxes. You know that money we are told by when the taxes are still inclusive.
Yeah.
Take away tax now plus those ones, and when they come, they want to stay around. They want to put on expensive jewelry out of the players' sweat. So, what would you advise Pogba to do?
All I can say for him, I don't know someone who has a cut-off family in football history, but he should do a similar version of what Hakimi and Adesanya did. You know, because for those, they trusted their moms. So they put all their assets, all their money into their mom's name. But here, it turns out, I think also the mom is doing something.
Exactly, because the entire family is against one person. So, or maybe Pogba is showing off on them.
I don't think so.
But I mean, that's not wrong. I made my money.
Yeah.
I get to do what I want with it. I can post, I can what.
Exactly. You cannot define it exactly. That's true. Someone was telling me some time back is that no one should dictate in your money.
Yeah.
You know how you sweated to get your money?
You went for training every day. You went for the game.
You're on diet. What is important with those players
you know?
Is diet. Something which just pisses them off is diet.
Yeah, there's diet.
You cannot eat anything.
You are told when to drink.
Yes.
And when not to drink.
Yes.
You're not supposed to use any drugs. You're not supposed to smoke.
Yeah.
They need your lungs in the best shape they can be.
You eat on a timetable. You're like a robot, in other words.
So ideally, they have to wait for like a season break to actually drink
you need like a leave when they give you.
Yeah.
They tell you when to sleep. You have to know when to rest.
Yeah.
Your body needs rest. When you get up, when to eat, what to eat, and all of that sacrifice. And someone comes and is like, I want you to buy me this. And they are ordering you around. You know, you'd feel pissed. And it's always okay, by the way, to say no.
Yeah.
To those hearing us out there, it's always okay to tell someone no.
Yes. There's no harm in that. There's no harm in that. That's what we were saying earlier. that is not obliged. Is not obliged in any way whatsoever to to ask for, to give me a ticket. I need to sleep in a posh hotel. You get
the same thing I was telling some of our cousins, the young ones. Parents sending you out to school, it's not they want you to suffer.
Yeah.
It's not a punishment. They have to create for you a good foundation so that when you grow up, you can take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't have the obligation to give them anything back. Help them if you want. If no, listen to me.
Speaking about that, it was a big argument last week that it actually came up when that influencer girl on TikTok was founded.
Yeah.
So she was
NL, was she an influencer? Influencing
I
what?
don't know.
They tagged her as an influencer.
Yeah, that's what they talk about.
All I know, she was a content creator.
You are saying
Influencer, I'm not sure.
She was staying in an apartment that cost, was it 2 million?
1.5 2 million.
I think it was 2. And yet her parents were living badly with hardly, they had a leaking roof. So people were saying, is it her obligation to like help them, or they have to now help themselves? What would you do there?
For me, here's what I think. It would be good, and it puts a good image out of there of you if you help your parents out, but you're not obliged. You get it? You can give them when you choose to, when it aligns with your will. Maybe you could be staying in an apartment when you're not the one paying for it. It's the boyfriend.
Yeah.
You get? So all I'm saying is...
But it is black tax. It all comes down to black tax.
Black tax.
There is no way you're going to have money and your sisters are at home.
My friend, I think you don't know how wicked humans are. Someone will watch you suffer.
Yeah.
And because you feel entitled to them,
yes,
you'll get hurt.
Yeah.
Never feel entitled. Never expect something. People always like free things. I don't know why.
And that's like I think that is what it actually. You see this Pogba thing, people might underlook it or something, but it's a serious lesson. Because the first time they are saying, they are claiming that the brother gave him that substance. Now the issue is whatever, and he has been, if he has been shipping all his relatives to watch games, to sleep in luxurious hotel, to have a house, to even have food on the table. And this is what they have done. So the entire family is going to collapse.
Yeah.
So what it means? So will they be happy? Will you be happy?
And
they obviously can't, but...
You want to know something funny? All the money they have been getting, let me use taxing. They have been taxing from him.
Yeah.
None of them has a single coin. Free money comes in pretty fast and goes out pretty fast as well.
Exactly.
Is a come, is a go, because it's free money. You didn't work for it. So you want to budget for it, you want to plan for it. The moment it comes in, you're going to eat it. So after you crossing the man and cuts you off, instead of doing something for yourself with the money you had taxed from him, you start speaking bad about him. You start maybe giving him drugs so that he fails in his career.
Although it's funny how an entire family can just live off one person.
Well, maybe that is where I even got problems.
I don't know.
And the other thing is that's also another problem. If he had maybe it didn't matter his fellows when he was growing up, because that's a problem. If there were 2 or 3 or 4 in them, maybe it would be a different story. But if he comes out as a single-handedly alone, carrying the entire bag and what Rich refers to as black tax, I don't have to be surprised that he's going through what he's going through now.
It is quite a lot. Because I'm also told that N'Golo Kante, it's the same case. Him alone literally handles his entire family back home. One person.
And that's what I've been saying. So you're going to go back home and everything they have was done by N'Golo Kante. And all the money they have been getting, they have done nothing useful with it.
Because it's given money.
It isn't worked for.
You've heard those stories where someone goes abroad, starts working, sends money here. By the time he gets back here, there's nothing that has been done.
Yeah.
No business, the house is not there, the land is just promised. Some guy there said they would sign the contract when they get time. who was also fraud.
Or probably they bought in the Rutobazi, where you can even see water, and that is that's the product we bought.
So what I'm saying, people want a lot of free things. People are wicked, by the way.
Yeah.
So be careful out there, and remember, you are in no obligation or pressure to spend your money. Spend it how you feel. Spend it how you like. Because you made it.
Exactly.
You woke up in the morning and sweated for it.
Yeah. So NL, Raum Sterling, is it the similar issue?
That one's just a flop. Now that's a flop with the 2 capital Fs.
This one was a die-hard in Manchester. Remember Raum Sterling?
Yeah, actually.
Has Raum Sterling ever been in our fantasy teams? I don't think so.
Yeah, he hasn't been in mine.
Because by the time he was on his prime, he was in Liverpool. By then we weren't playing fantasy.
Yeah.
Remember that era when there was still Sturridge and
I wasn't
Suarez. I think he has been playing since 1990s.
There was in, remember is the father of fantasy.
One of the people who better tested.
The father of Namavundu League.
Yeah. So Raum Sterling, what is happening to him?
I don't know. I think either he needs to switch careers or go to a very small team
do modeling.
And build again.
What do you mean need to switch careers and do what? Does what? Modeling.
It looks like, those stylists, fashion stylists. He could be one, he looks like them. Somehow gayish. The hand.
But apparently he's not. Apparently.
So you want him to go and start modeling?
Yeah, do something with fashion or makeup.
Isn't he short? Maybe we'll do men's boxers.
Probably.
No, it's haven't you seen boxers for
He can become a content creator.
And content creator is his hands, the weird wolf he runs. No one will watch his content. So do you have any chance you think he's coming back?
No.
He has flopped.
Because it needs a lot to rebuild himself.
But what happened to Raum Sterling? When he left Man City, he went to Arsenal, played over like 1 or 2 games. What happened to that man?
I think what killed his game, he always thought would be a first option. And then when he came to Arsenal, turns out they had way better players. They had Bukayo Saka. They had the Martinelli.
I would not advise any player to join Arsenal as a midfielder.
And now check
NL.
You see NL, you're saying NL is having a valid point. Because now look at what happened to Eberechi Eze.
No.
For Eze, I
what
think
is happening to Eberechi Eze?
Arsenal has too many good players.
I still have a conspiracy. It was indiscipline for Eze.
Then let him go. Simple. Let him go. Let him go back to Crystal Palace. You know how he was a hero.
He was a star there.
He was
in Crystal Palace. He was a hero. They play his game.
You come from a team where you've been the first option.
Yes.
And then when you go to the other team, you still expect the same to be done to you, which is wrong.
And you see, sometimes it's better you be where you're being respected. Sometimes it's not all about money. Stay where you're being respected. Now, have you seen Eberechi Eze every time he comes on the pitch how he plays? It's awful. It's extremely awful.
We look at it with Isaac. I really do not know what made him think that going to Liverpool was a good move.
Exactly.
It was a terrible move.
He got an injury, apparently.
Even without the injury, his playtime was not that good.
Even not the playtime. When you are somewhere where you feel you're appreciated, it motivates you.
Yes, exactly. Yes, and that statement is very valid.
That is true. That is very
because
very
those
true.
footballers have money, have everything. They are not praying for money anymore. They are praying for glory.
Yeah.
But now imagine you've been in a team whereby they keep prayer, and I was watching some clip. I don't know if Dawres I shared it with you about Palma, and I think his ex-coach.
Yeah. You did.
You watch it while the coach was praising Palma. He can walk in and then ask you something, and then you see tactical. You see someone intelligent.
Palma was open. He was given a position, but he has never been a starter in his life.
Yeah.
And he went to his coach.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? thank you for giving me this opportunity. But I want to tell you this. This position is so demanding for me since I've never played a starting role.
Actually, yeah. Indeed, I did share it with you.
But then he didn't give up. He said, I'm going to try as much as possible to fit in.
Yeah.
Do you know what that takes? That takes determination.
Exactly.
Someone is determined.
Yeah, and the coach let him be.
So when you
let
look
him
at
play his
Sterling,
role, and you not see Davores and Eneza, when Palmer plays in the free role, it's unstoppable. Have you noticed? When they start saying, play like this, oh my God, it's awful.
Yeah, stick to one part.
Yeah.
And he said that's what he did for him. He said, you know what? I know he can do it. Let me give him the free role.
Yeah.
I'm like, just roam the pitch and, find your zone. Find your game.
And of course, he would tell him that when we lose the ball, you're supposed to be here and here and here. Those ones that this was told. But when we have the ball, roam. You get?
If you have the ball, just do your thing.
You get?
Just do your thing.
And you can see that honestly clubs can really, because honestly, Raul say when he left Manchester, he was still a good player. That man has totally flopped. Like the way you said, double F.
Yeah, is he still in the Arsenal squad?
No. He went to Arsenal, then he went back to Chelsea,
Yeah.
and then they reached a mutual agreement.
But then earlier on, you were saying that they were arrears.
Yeah, right now I don't think he has a club. He doesn't have a club.
So he's not.
Remember,
playing
even
soccer.
Raheem Sterling used to be called on the national team for England.
Yeah. I don't think.
How do you go from that to a flop?
Yeah. Is he also becoming like Bukayo Saka? Ever since Bukayo Saka got married, football disappeared.
He's getting a lot of injuries.
By the way.
Maybe the
I've come
girlfriend
to
is
notice,
telling him.
by the way, a lot of women don't like football. To be honest, I'm being fair.
Yeah.
Especially if you're the one playing.
Yes.
I've had a lot of my fellows that I play with complaining. Their wife doesn't wash the jerseys.
Hey.
He's like, I wash anything else.
Yes, but not your jerseys.
Not your jerseys and your socks or your shoes. One told me the wife kept throwing away the boots, the soccer boots. So do you know what he did? He was like, you know what? I'm going to start giving you insufficient funds for upkeep for home.
Kameza money.
Until I buy new shoes. And the wife stopped. So if I was giving you 15, I'm going to start giving you 10.
Yeah.
Until I buy back my boots.
Yeah, the ones that you threw away.
So the wife saw that it was affecting her and her kids. She stopped throwing them away. So you might be there when the wife of Bukayo Saka, when you see the man is going for training, he has maybe to fake an illness. They like, you need to stay home and take care of
it. The guy weird, they get injured. It's like, today I'm missing you a lot. I don't want you to play.
Well, like, you have to escort me here, so you get a leave. And you can't just go to your boss every time and be like, I need a leave. They'll be like, you man.
And
you to play.
New love.
Leave, say. So you have to either fake an injury, something like that.
I had someone was in Man U that I've forgotten his name. Is one of your legends, and I think in one of the game he played or I kicked someone on the ball. It was maybe a ball boy. He refused to give him the ball, so he kicked him. So when he kicked him, they gave him a red card. But you know what is interesting? The wife, that same match, it was in what? Labour. So when they gave him a red card, he said it was the happiest.
Thank you very much. I think he wanted to shake the referee's hands and be like, thank you very much.
He said he was the happiest man on earth. He said he has never been like it because I think he was trying to really get the time to go and to attend to his
he was frustrated.
Yes, but then let's check how the red card comes into play.
You're already frustrated. Like you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's like remember during the Christmas period towards the festive season, you saw the players that were getting red cards. You can't see that no, these are intended red cards because they are going for a festive season. Why not?
Yeah,
he doesn't want to miss his flight.
Yeah, you get. There's one time even Paul Pogba went and attended which game?
It was
Formula One.
Formula One, yeah.
And
it was in France, Paris. It was like, it only comes here once in a year. So I can't miss this.
So sometimes these players do their thing. Anyway, away from that, football and strikes. You know, Uganda here, we lost literally left Ireland in the early stages of the AFCON because of striking. Literally every big tournament we strike out of money. So apparently Ronaldo also strikes with that team. What is it called? Al Nassr?
Yeah, Al Nassr.
So what happened at double race?
He was saying there were some overdue payments, but this came after they signed the former Real Madrid striker, Karim Benzema. So my conspiracy is, as he was demanding them his money, instead of paying him, they decided to buy another player. It's like, you're telling me you don't have money.
So the same team brought Benzema.
Yeah. So I think he was like, you're telling me you don't have money, yet you're buying new players. Is that fair? So he went on a strike, a protest.
It matters of late in the payments. I think they're everywhere.
But now you see, there are two things that Ronaldo but his first and foremost is 40. Is it?
41.
41. Does it still matter?
Who
is looking for more likes?
The Arabs want to sell their league, so they're looking more
but
fame and not talent.
But so you mean you watch the Arab League because Ronaldo is there?
Of course, some people
think that's it was.
People started watching the American League because of Messi.
Have you?
Me, no.
I've never watched any of the Al Nassr games.
Me, no.
I can't.
You get, so I don't know why. So do they think you showcase your talent, prove your worth to be watched? But now saying that now he's striking, it feels like he's a god in that league. He's untouchable. But I mean, is that really worth it?
Okay. I feel like these other leagues, it will really take a lot for them to actually become as popular outside of the English Premier League.
Yeah.
They have tried all they can. They have tried to get the best players in them, but there's just something about the English Premier League that keeps us locked in there, that all these other leagues just don't have.
It's just fair. I mean, sometimes we see some gaps here and there, and then be like, oh no, this wasn't called for, but sometimes it really does fair. Like, it's so fair in nature. You see people dying to score something or maybe to hammer someone, irrespective of how small the club is or how big the club is. The Premier League is a match where you can go in expecting no results. Like, don't expect anything. You reach into the game and you will be shocked. Someone will hammer someone like nothing. Or in the late hours, people are scoring left, right, and center. And sometimes it gave us this thing of like, over it's betting.
Yeah.
The betting companies calling like, you know what, you guys score now.
Actually, speaking of betting, I want to give our listeners a tip. I saw somewhere. Also, some theory I had.
Yeah.
I have no proof for this. They say in the top leagues, there's match fixing.
Top league is like...
like if you go to a country, or maybe England, the top league would be Premier League. Yeah. So, if you want to win when you're betting, don't bet on the top leagues. Look for teams that are third league or below. Because guess what? Those teams, there's no much fixing. They're all fighting for glory to advance to the next league. So for them, if you want to bet and make money, so that's where you should bet.
So there's match fixing in EPL.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
All right. Away shortly from football. That's a new concept that we need to brainstorm more at NL. NL, what are you thinking? Did your flowers, did they return there?
I'm thinking about what he has just said, but anyway.
No, it doesn't happen all the time. Like, could be like one match.
NL, you're confused. I mean, WS, you're confusing our head. That's what we say.
To be honest,
yeah.
There is a match I watch for, let me say, because for me, I support Manchester United. That's known. And there is a game I can watch for Man United, and I'm like, no, we can't be playing like this.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much that's off.
They're so floppy.
No, that's what makes the Premier League. The Premier League.
Yes.
No.
You could be playing against someone who outcompetes you and you look
isn't
weak.
a Sunday.
Yes.
There was a game. What was it? We eventually won. Let me say we were playing against Arsenal, Man City. Remember what I told you? I told you the way Manchester United is playing, even if we lose, I don't mind. Because for me, I support Man United. Whether we win, lose, or draw, I don't care. But play as if you want to win. You know, I want to see that spirit. I want to see people chasing after the ball. I want to see people giving all their energy, you know, all their passion into the game. But you will watch a game where we get scored and no one shows any remorse. They're like, just take the ball to the center and start again. And that's very disappointing for me. I want to be honest. And then there's a game you will watch for Man United and you feel like, today we really want this win.
Yeah.
Come what or what, we want the win. And even if we get a draw out of it, I'll be fine with it.
So like, again at Double Race, your match fixing, you need to really give us some serious proof, other than one team.
Proof.
Yeah. So you go do your research, and maybe we can host one of those fellows that you're saying. But anyway, colleagues and our dear listeners, this is still Great Mind Powered. This is episode 24. We are still rocking. We are here. Gumite.
Yeah, really gumite.
So the next item on our list is the tech. And Double S earlier on, you were telling us about the QR code that is happening with national IDs. You know, since it is tech, now we are referring to the QR code, the NL. Mm-hmm. How many times are we going to innovate something? Bring up something and we're not yet ready for it. You saw what happened during elections. Now, national IDs, recently they upgraded them.
Yeah.
And then at what Double S is telling us, they are QR codes. And that is tech now. But surprisingly, you had what Double S told us before going on air. Is that they are not working. Double S, you want to tell us more about that?
Yeah, actually, I have a clip here for the NIRA sportsman.
So you want to play it on?
Yeah.
As over 35 million Ugandans that can be uniquely identified by a biometric. Continuity then, ladies and gentlemen of service. Now that we have exited the parish, what's the plan? Where are we headed? How are we going to manage as a country? I wish to reiterate that NIRA has got presence in all the districts of this country where we were operating from before we came to the parish. And therefore, all services of NIRA have been mainstreamed back to those district services that are funded under the usual and operational government structure. So if you want to access a NIRA service, you will have to visit your district office.
So, all before, what she was trying to say is, they have the information that's required to do anything you want.
Yeah.
They have your biometrics, they have your information, but guess what? They haven't offered it up to the other institutions.
No. You see, why are they? You see, that's a very weird statement. Then why release them?
You know?
Why? By the time you give me, it's like giving me an ATM and tell me, you know what? Don't use it after 1 year. What is that?
People
give it to me after 1 year.
They went to scan all the QR codes and the barcodes, and they weren't going through.
And it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the digital number plates. We've had so very many people saying that they lost their number plates. They're trying to scan whatever money track. Nothing works.
Actually, I had something like that.
What makes those things
and they have to have a chip in them.
But what makes them dig?
You heard what Double S said. There must be a chip in there.
Is there a chip in it?
Now, we don't know. Because apparently they can't be tracked.
So similar, because now we are seeing a QR code on national ID. Did you receive your national ID, the new one? Have you seen that QR code?
I remain with my old one.
I think we need to try it out and see. Maybe they fixed it or they sorted it.
Actually, Fifi the Queen did register for a renewal.
Yeah, I don't know if she picked it yet. I don't think she has picked it yet.
How have your IDs? How have they expired?
I don't know. Even me, I was asking, how did your IDs expire?
I'm good until 2036.
Me 2029.
36?
36, yeah. 36, yeah.
Me 2029. Then someone told me you have to go back and renew. It's not all about renewing. But anyway, back to the point. when will we have something that someone says we have something tech in this government and then it works? Digital number plates cannot be tracked.
Yet people are paying a lot of money for those number
Exactly.
plates.
The QR code on the national IDs, not working. Should they first forget about tech?
No, I think the problem is not tech. These are all good ideas, but they're schemes to make money.
No, I think
I'll be honest.
I came to believe that at times in the government, people are incompetent because it is planned incompetence.
Exactly.
Like if you have something that is working 100%, they are going to chase you. You won't get funding, you won't get thingy budgets. They won't have a need to make a trip for you people to go, I don't know, to like America and like for a seminar.
Actually, I'll tell you something which was weird. So there's something that people were trying to work on for some good time, and it had actually never worked. Year in, year out, but then eventually a few people came in and then they made it work. You know what the expression that one of the big person said? Oh my dear, all along this thing can work. So the others thought forever and ever, amen, it will never work. Surprisingly, someone came. So what you're saying could be true. I mean, you have they are brilliant ideas, but why are they not working?
Because I want to give an example of the URA thing website. That thing is known for having downtimes at least twice or thrice a week. And you'd feel like with all the engineers they have, a full department by the way, you'd feel like these things should not be there.
As light as possible, quick and get,
Exactly.
quick and get,
These guys
scan and get.
They outsourced some of their work to, is it a Kenyan farm? Imagine. So, but they still have issues. So at this point, I don't know what excuse they have.
No, they have no excuse. For me, I still think that's another scheme to make money. If I want to pass my item through URA, I don't want it to be live.
But there is and I want to ask you, where do you lose in making something work?
Money.
Your own taxpayers' money.
Yeah, which is...
Now, the whatever QR code that was printed, you might find that someone designed it and they're like, oh my God, this is wonder. And they could have even put just a gimmick by the way. A QR code that doesn't have any access to whatsoever it is going. I'm telling you. Because the templates for QR codes are there. Someone picked it and then dropped it there. I one time tried to scan that QR code on the car number plate. Oh my God, nothing is coming out of that thing. It's like a gimmick.
They're saying they have a chip there. So...
Or maybe we don't have the gadgets to scan that particular code.
Highly unlikely.
Yeah, maybe that is the thing. It's only special devices that the government owns that can scan that. Yes.
Maybe. Those ones that the traffic guys...
Because now you're saying if whoever has a national ID and has a QR code, I mean, makes life easier. Because QR code is quick response. That's what the full meaning of a QR code. Now, if you're saying it's not working, so why not? What is the problem with us having bare national IDs minus those so-called fancy tech?
You know what happened to the old ones?
Exactly.
Don't implement something new if it's not working when the old one is still working.
Yeah, exactly.
Remain with the old one.
You see, the thing is that which we were telling earlier, the problem is rushing technology. Technology has to grow through the stages of maturity. You jump any stage in technology, it will just backfire on you. You saw when they were trying to do biometric during elections, what happened?
Backfired.
On a database which has, I don't know how many people that they have even never cleaned up.
And
you expect it to work?
Money wasted.
You would scan and then they don't know your fingerprint. When have they ever scanned my fingerprint? You know how many of my fingerprints they have taken?
For me, I think they took all the 5.
So, but that stuff has never worked anywhere. Then I saw one of our local TV showing the advantages of having a national ID. And there is so many access to medical, whatever, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc.
And they were like, smart opening up bank accounts.
Yes.
The things don't work. Purchasing new SIM cards.
Yeah.
The thing don't work.
You can get a new SIM card minus a national ID.
No, you need the national ID. So, but what you need is the info, because if they scan that QR code, they get your information from Nero.
Exactly.
But now when they scan, there's nothing.
Yeah.
They get nothing. So they can't register you. They can't register a new SIM card for you.
So you see, tech failing, but good ideas, but it is failing. So you see, at one moment, I think we need to be, where is the problem in the government tech and why it is failing? These guys are there that have done computer science. They have done ICT. They have done all sorts of courses that these other people are doing in these different countries. But why is it that ours don't failing? Now, moving on to that, France is abolishing all apps or tech apps that are common, like Zoom and Teams, to be used within France as a boycott for what? All these apps are American-based tech apps.
Yep.
And you know it very well that Zoom, there's nothing magical with Zoom. There's nothing magical with the Teams. It's an ordinary application. Uganda blocked Facebook. Did Uganda disappear?
Nope, we're still here.
The thing which is I'm seeing which is becoming problematic is that since they blocked Facebook, the government should have given us an option to Facebook.
Yes.
They have not. If we decide to cut off Zoom, cut off Teams, the tech people here need to give us alternative to this application, because the world is no longer an island. That, oh my God, because these guys have Zoom, oh, they have. No! Anyone can wake up and then create a Zoom application that we can use. So, France abolishing that. You had the trade war between, I think, China, when they stopped Android from being on their own phones or something like that. What happened? They made their own operating system. And that should was enough to wake up all the countries that, oh my God, you wait a minute. There's nothing magic in this Zoom app. There's nothing magic in this Teams app. There's nothing magic in the Facebook app or WhatsApp app. They are all communication app platform that anyone that did computer science at least 311 can comfortably come up and create a similar application with even more advanced features or more ideas. So, if countries are starting to abolish these teams, what is happening to us, and do we see a future in this blockage, or in the apps that are purely owned by government, and the government can wake up and say, okay, we no longer need Teams, we no longer need Zoom. Take your apps, we can comfortably rely on our own technology to build this application. A time whereby we cannot search in Google. We search for maybe Uganda.com engine, and we search content that related to Uganda as a country. Of course, at later day they add in things which are above the country. So, where do you see this? Can this strike succeed globally?
It could, but it will now bring up an issue of whereby now we have to have a number of applications in order to access in various things. It's like before, how on iPhones you'd have to have like an iPhone charger, then on Samsung. So I feel like it's going to be the same way. That now these guys, in order to like attend, let's say, a call with them, you have to have this. Then so it will just be a big thing, chaos.
Yeah, but you see, there are very many things that are being done in I don't know why it's said, but in the wrong way, or it's a marketing strategy to fool someone into buy. For example, every year there are tech companies that release new phones. Every year. You release a new phone, that means you're telling people to abandon the other phones. That has happened for you. In a year, how much has technology evolved for someone to drop their phone to buy a new phone?
Now that thing, it's now just a culture. That every year it is a must.
Yeah, but isn't that a scam? Isn't that a scam?
It's
a scam.
It is a scam.
It's a scam.
It really is a scam. But there is nothing to do its demand.
You get?
Everyone expects the company to bring out a phone every year.
Yeah, but people can wake up and be like, you know what? Enough. We'll change my phone after 3 years or 4 years.
Now there are a few who think like that.
Yeah, you know, the thing is that we keep on talking about mindset. But this is a serious, especially in technology. Someone can read something new with just addition of color.
Yes. For consumers, it's a scam.
And then they'll tell you how they have added in security patches. Where were these security patches before?
No, they are not
And
security patches.
That's what they are saying, but this one gives them
Samsung
more
has released
safety.
4 consecutive releases with the same camera.
No, now what people are failing to get that in those things, it's easier to get a new phone in like the States because it's as easy as saying here's my old phone and you add like let's say 25 or 23% of the price
That is why we are telling you that's a
and you get
scam.
a new phone.
That's a scam.
Look here.
You
if
put
they, if they
someone.
tell you that they have nothing new or there's nothing wrong with your old phone,
Yeah.
you won't buy a new one.
Yeah.
There is always
And
nothing
then
wrong
to
with
a
it.
point of like going ahead and then kill certain versions of the phones. Like, you know what, from here and here we won't be supporting maybe this number and this number.
Yeah, they tell you we have released a new patch
Then the app
and
starts
it's only
be-
compatible with
Exactly,
so and so phones.
yes. And then the app starts being absolute. Indirectly forcing you to drop your gadget.
I think
Isn't that a scam?
Maybe it's because of they design the software, which normally I think Apple does. It designs its software based on the hardware.
No.
No, that
L-
doesn't
let me
work
tell you
like
where that strategy came from. It came from Ford. The guy who was making cars.
Yeah.
He realized if you make one car and you keep fixing that one car, people won't buy new cars. So, you remember in the old times, all cars were black. The color started with Ford. He's the one who invented that. That after each year or 2 years, create new color, packages. This year they will have maybe aqua, purple, and yellow released.
Yeah,
In the
but-
following year, add one small feature, be like our side mirror was round, but now it's triangle shaped so
Yeah.
that you can see more.
Yeah.
Release new colors.
Yeah.
The same thing that Apple does. Samsung doesn't do it. Samsung doesn't release new colors. But the same thing Apple does. If you want to confirm what we are saying, go 5 years back and see what they have been releasing. You're going to see that as long as the camera shapes change a little, they only change the colors.
Yeah. Add another camera, the fourth camera to it or something. So the people are being actually scammed in tech, seriously. And no one is there to tell people, you know what you're doing is a scam.
Yeah.
These days they're trying to do software as a service to see if we can scam people more. You will realize that the Windows will start now being you pay license to open your laptop. They tell you the license has expired.
Actually, I've also had a lot of people switching from Windows 11 to like Windows 8.
Yeah. Okay. So the best
They have started figuring out that these new features, it's all UI.
Yes,
It's what you
exactly.
see.
Yeah, there's
What
nothing
you see looks
fancy.
good, but there's nothing fancy behind there.
Ideally, it is always a new UI.
Yeah, that's what we are saying.
but
it is just a woman with makeup. but
Exactly, yeah.
there's still a
Green
woman
color,
behind.
green. These guys are getting that concept of, like if you look constantly and then you don't blink, things might disappear. If you don't blink, you try not blinking for 1 hour. Just look like this. Someone will pass it and you won't see it. So the shortcut is simple. Blink. Check a color, change a car color. Oh my God, that's something new. We need to buy that one. Oh my God, you see. So again, that's the scam. So what we're
And
trying to say.
they get influencers. But I've been watching some videos of people disapproving the marketing things that those people release. Like saying iPhone is faster than Android.
Yeah.
They tested the speed.
Yeah.
Turns out it's the same speed.
Exactly.
But they will make some video where someone is very fast in Apple, and when they get to the Android side, they are very slow,
Yeah.
which is a scam.
You see, now
want to argue?
you go to the bare minimum of what is the role of the phone. You
want to argue?
Yes.
An
An
Give us your
S7
argument.
by Bionic chip isn't the same as a Snapdragon.
What?
The S7 by is it the S7 by Bionic chip in the iPhones? Isn't the same as the
What does it do
processor.
that is better than the?
It's like comparing.
No, give us what it does
Silicon.
better than the
No.
Snapdragon.
Let's compare an M2, let's say an M2 thingy processor to like 10th gen.
No, you're ranking the best chip in Apple
No,
with,
no.
with something that's
The
not
best
the best.
chip is the thing M5. I've gone to M2.
Enel, what makes you say that the best chip is M5?
It is regarded.
No.
Okay. What does it do that the M2 chip doesn't do?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Now
You can Google.
No,
You can
yes.
Google.
So you mean whatever is running an M2 chip, the other devices cannot do that particular task?
they can and well.
That is
You're proving our point.
That is
They can
exactly
and
what
well.
As
you
a
want.
woman
See,
with makeup,
It's
Yes, that's true.
they can both cook, they can both clean,
Exactly.
they can both give birth.
Yes.
You're proving our point.
But how effective?
What do you mean how effective?
Enel, there is a saying, there are multiple ways of killing what? You can start from the leg, you can start from the head, you can start from the shoulder, you can start from, but the end result
It's the same.
exactly.
We are both going to Chira, whether you use a judge or a cow on foot.
or whether
We eventually get there.
whether you're passing via Guru, via where, what matters, our end destination is Kira. That's what is important. So which this scam thing is, so the concept is that the thing that was put into our head of these tech giants. So if France wake up and then say they want to ban Zoom or they want to ban Teams, they can.
Yeah.
And they will comfortably live. They can create an alternative. China has a different alternative. In China, I'm told there is no WhatsApp there.
Yeah.
There's I think
They use what? WeChat? Or is
it is something
WeChat.
exactly. There are countries that don't have. So what makes us to embrace these so-called foreign apps that come from nowhere, taking our data and understanding how we believe or how we behave, and then bring us goods that tagged to how we search or how we text. And no government comes out and then tell people about anything like that. All they care for is that, okay, as long as we get revenue for the money. You see here we have WhatsApp and TikTok specified bundles. Why? Did you guys know that? Why? Because they are highly consumed. And you know how much data is in WhatsApp or is on TikTok or whatever?
It's quite a lot.
Are they paying us any for that data that we're putting there? Exactly. So again, the more we become independent of these so-called tech giants, the more the world will become better. In world, we were given alternatives. That's why, if you look at your body structure or your body anatomy, you have 2 hands, you have 2 eyes, you have 2 legs. The heart has 2 sides, the left and right. What does that supposed to mean to the bare minimum person? Is that each and everything that is on earth, there is a replica of it that can exactly do as the other part. What does that mean? The dependence was designed not to exist at all. But because we human, some clever people that came on the earth earlier realize that we can manipulate people. This whole scheme is about manipulating people. They manipulate us and we fall in for that. Remember when we were growing up, we used to think that you want no Rambo can come and solve the Coney issue. And surprisingly, as we were kids, we comfortably believed that. Now imagine that era. If you tell them that now you can compete with the other people, they will refuse. The mind is already collapsed mentally. Even if you grow up like you're 80 or 90 years, you see, when the mind is growing up, that's where things are supposed to be impacted. If from that age you'll be like, no, but we can also do this. You mean for the years that have passed, we cannot produce any single chip?
You know?
For the years that have passed, the university still teaches the same thing. I was talking to one of the engineers that doing construction that years and years the curriculum they have been studying is for literally 2,000 years back. No one has innovated the new curriculum for people, for our engineers to study, to build structures that can last. Now we are lucky that we don't have.
We are making twisted buildings, for us we are still building square buildings.
Exactly.
No.
Everywhere still coming. So you get the concept of blackmailing our brains from childhood. Now we grow up and we become mature and we are telling people, no, the world has changed. We cannot all rely on Google. No, we need an alternative. We cannot rely on WhatsApp. We need an alternative. that is made within your boundaries, that cannot be controlled by any foreign power, because they will start saying we're going to take off our TikTok in that country.
Yeah.
Then you'll be, oh my God, please, we are begging you, don't take it off. But we are lucky that our president switched off Facebook. And up to now, it has never resurfaced. Did Uganda end?
No.
During elections, when they switched off internet, did Uganda disappear?
We are still here.
Didn't we communicate?
We did, and quite well.
You know, and
You learned how to play Google?
I also
to
used
play
to
Ludo?
think that the one who has the most muscles is the strongest. That's also a scam.
Yes.
I've seen those bodybuilders being bested by someone so thin.
Yes.
And I was like, when we watched movies, you know, the man comes, he's passing through walls.
Yeah,
with
it-
all
you
these
know,
muscles.
yeah.
I'm like, once you have muscles, you are the strongest there can be. It's a
And
scam.
you know, when you watch movies, it's not about watch. If a kid watches such a movie, they will really think that these guys, that's where the superiority of the white came into. You get? I mean, they are seeing someone walking through the walls. They're seeing someone taking this. They're like, oh my God, these guys are so superior. From childhood, now tell me when that guy becomes into a mature and is in the government leading in a certain position. Do you think we will ever think of challenging that? No. Now, does it go back to what we were saying earlier? Why is it that tech in other countries work and here doesn't work? Do you get the concept now?
Because at times here, I feel like people just don't want to. They like the easy way.
No. You like the easy. I've ever given you guys, I've given you this conspiracy somewhere when we're somewhere trying to build something to do with how the forms are designed, how Microsoft designed its forms, how it puts up the operating system and the likes, etc. We started digging into how we can do that. We read the books. We read things that Google has never even imagined of having. Somehow we succeeded outside Google. We succeeded. But you know what happened the following year? The Visual Studio Code was released. And when you release something, you're telling someone, no, don't hustle.
Really?
It is
You don't have to learn how to do it.
exactly.
Just get this, tweak it there and there.
Yeah.
To work for you.
Exactly. But do you know the things that we had learned to do that in the process? So many things that we literally became unimaginable. So the same concept which is applying here is that if you want to make people lazy, give it to them for free. You want people not to think, don't hustle for them. Keep them occupied, keep them diverted somewhere, somehow. Don't let them concentrate. It's a principle that these people are using. Don't let the many people, 2 people against 1 million people. The 2 people, let them concentrate. The 1 million people, keep diverting them. Why? Every year you have a new version. After releasing a new version, there is a patch. Don't let them settle. Keep them engaged. Keep them occupied. We never used to have, before I think we used to have Symbian and the likes, we used to have the Nokia. Where Nokia didn't have a platform for the developers to build apps for Nokia. From nowhere there is Google Play Store. From nowhere there is Apple Store. We usually also to have the Windows Store. So you mean of all those stores that have surfaced, Africa doesn't have any store?
None. Okay. Maybe here in Uganda, I think some developed countries in Africa have those stores. Like South Africa, they must have one.
Their own app, their own operating system, their own store, teaching kids their own things on how to design apps on their own operating system. Why are we keep on empowering the gigantic? So if France comes out and says they are banning teams, trust me, believe me or you, they have alternative. They are banning.
By the time they come out and say it,
they have an alternative. You think China can depend on the US staff now? Exactly. So China, a few 20 years back, you think it was the way it is now?
But
no, back then they were the number one in everything. Number one in tech.
Yeah.
Number one in oil.
Yeah.
Number one in exports and imports.
Yes. But now
Now
things are not the same.
It's funny how they have now begun to enter the car market, and they are beginning to become quite big in it.
Yeah.
Actually.
Now, colleagues,
With
colleagues,
what? With Tesla?
you know, again,
Oh.
the tech show, because time is really not on our side, we are nearly getting to 2 hours, which we didn't anticipate. So I want us to drop the tech. We can resume this topic on our next episode, and we'll give it more time now, and then discuss why the dependence on technology should be abolished. So that should be our next goal next time. And the scam in the version releases, etc., against technology. So I wanted us to move to our next episode, which is to our next segment, which is the EPL results. And we are going to walk through fast because honestly, we didn't know that we could make 2 hours, which we are coming through now. So again, we are focusing on the biggest matches. That is Chelsea drawing against Leeds. Expected, not expected?
Unexpected.
Same.
It was unexpected. You know, Chelsea led by 2-0. I did get some good points from Joao Pedro and Palmer. And then from nowhere, I think I moved out for a bit.
Yeah.
I come back, it's 2-1.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe they can still win this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there. The second goal was very funny.
Yeah.
You know, the ball was there, scrambling around, going from person to person. And the guy found it right there on the net with no keeper inside.
Yeah.
That guy scores and equalizes.
Actually, at one moment, I thought it was even a foul. But it was redeemed in all. And Paloma missing that late goal.
Tap in. And he was in the 16.
Do you
that
blame
was
him?
also shock. I don't blame him. There was a bounce on the ball, obviously. And I think he also didn't want that to happen. He was shocked, by the way. He stood there in the net and he couldn't believe it, that he had just missed it.
Then I'll begin from Enelo. The man almost cut off his hair. He watched the game minute by minute. And in the 50th minute, West Ham was leading. The man was nearly collapsing.
I feel, I don't know if it's pity. I don't know if it's what, but I feel like he should just quit.
Who quitting? Who is
That
quitting?
guy of the hair, he should quit. I don't think what he's doing, because he is going to go into now 2 years without cutting his hair.
Me, I think he will never cut it off his hair.
Actually, he might never.
Yeah, that's
have
what I'm
cut off his
thinking.
hair.
This year, I also don't think so.
Even next year, it's
And
not
the
going
next
to
year,
happen.
he might. We are going to go into Champions League.
Because it was lucky that Benjamin Sesko managed to score in literally the 96th minute. So, again, they didn't lose. Manu is actually on form.
Yeah.
They didn't lose, they drew. But I don't know, the man said only straight wins, right?
Yeah.
5 straight wins.
5 consecutive straight
Like we
wins.
bet, that man will never cut off his hair. Then the next game was, that is Man City against Fulham. Manchester managed to hammer Manchester 3-0. Haaland playing only half time, making me blunder. So expected, not
he did
expected.
give
Unexpected,
you an
but he
assist.
scored 1 goal
Well, yeah, it was.
before he was taken off.
And talk about Semenyo. Semenyo is becoming Semenyo. Is it beginner's luck or he landed?
I think he's either now becoming comfortable with the way Itmani plays and the squad.
Man City.
Yes, no, sorry. Yeah. So yeah,
That's what I was saying about good players. For you to be considered a good player, you should be able to fit in anywhere. Regardless of the squad, whether Man City, Bournemouth or Everton, show us your skill. And I think Semenyo has been able to live up to the hype.
Then Sunderland versus Liverpool. Liverpool also almost was hammered. Sunderland is a strong team. Are you surprised Virgil scores in the 61 minute?
I was looking forward to that draw. I thought it would be a 0-0 draw.
Hey.
Van Dijk scored around the 67th minute, and Liverpool won it.
Then the title contenders drawing against Brentford from a set piece. Remember, Brentford have that man called Coyote,
Yeah?
and Arsenal is good as innovating new set pieces. This time it was Coyote against Arsenal. It's as though they have told him to come and grab Arsenal. So Arsenal draw losing points. Remember, Manchester won,
Yeah.
and then Aston Villa also. Did Aston Villa win? Yes, also won. Meaning that they are closing into Arsenal. Now it's 4 points, right?
Yeah.
So,
But don't be shocked. Arsenal might buy Coyote in the next transfer window. I want you to be shocked.
anyway, is that valid or not valid?
Hard to tell, but
Is that valid? You expect that to happen?
I'm telling you.
anything is is possible.
And then, of course, we have another game that is coming, I think, on Wednesday. The last game, remember, Arsenal 2 games.
Yeah.
That is Wolves and Arsenal. But remember us predicting this game is that we are giving it to Arsenal. I don't know if that still stands or the other way around. Before we get into our fantasy team,
It feels like I feel like it's going to be a draw.
Why?
I feel like it's going to be a draw.
but
Just my gut.
seriously, if Arsenal draws with Wolves, let them
Bad
forget
news.
the title.
Yes, bad news.
Yes.
And that is what I know. I
Yes.
always know Arsenal. Arsenal does this thing blunders whereby we want it to win and it never does.
Yes.
So I feel like it's going to be a draw.
If it
You
draws,
never know. I feel like they are going to win because now the pressure is on their necks.
yeah, because before the coach has been playing comfortably, but now they have told him he doesn't do that. So, colleagues, if we move into our fantasy mode, and that will begin off with, of course, the Nama von der League. Remember the word we had with the undefeatable was is going to bring in new players.
A
And
team
the-
we have never seen.
And this a team that we've never seen, and the team that he's going to bring is going to hammer 100+ points. So undefeatable succeeded in bringing in a new team by using his wild card. But as we speak, all his players played. None is left. He has 24 points. The average of this game week so far is at 46. Undefeatable is not even half of the average.
Oh.
This is the man that was leading Namavundu League with over 120 points just a few weeks back.
For over like 4 months.
As it stands, any moment is just less by 3 points.
So actually, I think we should count it down because I still have 2 players.
Exactly.
Including my captain. So please let us read the table as it is going to stand.
So undefeatable tactics are not working, but I think we need to invite undefeatable on one of these podcasts.
We need to ask what happened.
What happened to undefeatable? So anyway, as it stands, the unit is still maintaining it with 1,464 points. J Code comes in second with 1,388 points. Then Fifi the King comes in at third with the 1,387 points. The undefeatable with the 1,343 points. Enero Moments 1,340 points. The rest, they have to first work hard.
We have refused to accept cookies.
Yeah,
We shan't eat them.
we cannot eat the cookies. So anyway, colleagues, moving on to our teams. So how are your picks for this game week that is starting on next week on 21st? Actually, this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Yeah, at 16:30 we have an early kickoff. How is your teams? I'll go first. Is that I'm maintaining my Pickford. I know they are playing against Manu, but I'm maintaining my Pickford. Of course, Mkwere is back into my team. Ezri Konsa, not going anywhere. Coyote is also back in my team because previously I had benched him. Of course, I have Rogers in there. I have Cole Palmer in there. I have the one and only Captain Fantastic. That is Bruno Fernandes.
Hmm.
And of course, I'm still maintaining Somerville. Now, a new change in my team. Semenyo is in my team now.
He's proving to be a nation.
Yes, and I've
his own age is 50%.
Exactly, and I've captained him already. Yes. And then, of course, on my striking, I have Joe Pedro. And then, of course, I have Thiago.
What happened to Haaland?
Benched.
Why?
Sick.
Yeah, he has an injury.
Yes.
That's a shock.
And that thing of playing half, I don't want it. And so I have on my bench, I have the Bravka. I have the one and only Steve. I have the Haaland, and then of course I have Rodin. So far that is how my team stands. And the only thing that might change in my team is the captaincy. But as it stands, the one and only Semenyo has my captain. I'm bad. Over to you, Double S.
In my team, I'm going to go with Pickford in the goal. And then my defense has Gabriel, Mokile, and Kadioglu. I preferred to put Cash in, but apparently he has an injury. He gave me 0 points, by the way, this week. And I was really counting on him. That was bad. But my midfield, I'm going to captain Palma. I also brought in Semenyo.
Are you sure Palma is going to start? He was missing in the FA.
Yeah, but he had to rest. But anyway, I'm taking my chances on him. And then my vice captain is going to be Captain Fantastic, of course. And then I have Captain Fantastic. I have Zubimendi. And I also have Casemiro. My forward has Joao Pedro. Irregardless of what you guys say, I'm going to stick to Haaland.
As what? As the captain?
No, in my team. The man doesn't leave my squad. If he's sick, they'll replace him with Broby. But my bench has Dubravka, Broby, Naro, and Cash.
NL?
Raya, Senesi, Gabriel, and Steve.
4 defenders.
Yeah.
3. So he's still sticking to a Steve.
Then in my midfield, I've Reed, I've Cunha.
You have
Palma.
Reed?
Reed? Who's Reed?
Are you sure?
I've Reed from Sunderland. He's a new player. I have him because there's a move I want to make. Then I have Semenyo.
What move do you want to make? Don't stop scaring us, man. What move do you want to make?
And Ghana. And then in my forward, I have Joao Pedro, and I'm also going to leave Haaland in case if he doesn't play, they'll automatically sub him.
I wish you luck.
Okay. So of the players so far that you've seen so far this game week, which player are you disappointed in so far?
Me, it would be Gabriel. He didn't do as much as I expected. He only got 3 points in the first game.
Yeah, and I want him to receive a red card in the second game. So that is who triple captained him?
He almost got a red.
Someone triple captained him.
A lot of people triple captained him.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
And so far he has branded them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that is the Gabriel at. What about Double S? Who is your flop
I
for
would
this
have
week?
to go with Haaland. I was very disappointed in Haaland.
He scored.
But where did he get the injury from, to be honest?
I don't know.
From the dressing room?
I don't know. Maybe he abused the coach. And you see, that's the thing. They abuse the coach and then they say, Maso injured. Yes. So anyway, as the disappointments are still there, so let's move on to the match prediction for our game week 27. And of course, with the first game that is starting at this is happening on Saturday, that is 21st Feb, match week 27. The first game week, the first match is the Aston Villa Leeds.
Aston Villa. Leeds is tough.
NL, why are you overthinking?
But
Aston Villa. I want to say Leeds. Aston Villa hasn't been on its top game.
Bradford Brighton?
The way Brentford played against Arsenal, Brentford.
Okay. NL agree?
Nope. Arsenal.
Brentford.
Yeah.
Okay, then Chelsea, Burnley, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think I need to give Parma my captain armband.
No. Stick to Semenyo.
No, I'm going to give, because this match is good for Parma.
Stick to Semenyo.
Then West Ham, Bournemouth.
Ooh, Bournemouth.
I'm going to go with West Ham. You guys, have you seen West Ham lately?
Man City. This game is the stunner. That is Man City and Newcastle coming in at 23.
Why is the captain playing on a Saturday?
Man City.
Yeah, this is another bummer. Anyway, so we have on Sunday, we have Crystal Palace versus Wolves.
Crystal Palace.
Liverpool, Nottingham Forest.
Liverpool.
Ooh, Liverpool.
You're sure?
Yep.
Then Sunderland, Fulham.
Sunderland.
Then Spurs, Arsenal. This one is Arsenal.
Next.
Then of course Monday we have Everton and then Man United.
Which is obvious.
Everton.
Manchester United, of course. It's going to win by
Everton.
like 3-1.
Exactly. Even me, I'm going for Everton.
What's Everton?
And actually expect your first lose under Carrick. That is happening on Monday.
Unlikely.
Yes, that's what is going to happen. So, colleagues, that is what we had so far today. We had close to 8 segments, and I will allow each of our podcaster to submit in their closing remarks, starting from WS.
Yeah, as we have already said, please be happy and do anything possible to keep that happiness. That means if you're a street vendor, a border judge,
and you're being chased away from the streets, how do you advise them to stay happy?
If you're resilient to sticks, you can keep going there. But if not, I suggest you be open-minded. Try something new. Maybe, try getting a stage for the border guys. Or for the street vendors, try getting a shop or going in the market. If you don't have money to open up a shop, you can go in the market. There are markets and there are allocated times and days when you can go there and just, display your stuff at a cheaper price. I think they pay around over 2K, over 1K a day. So yeah, always be happy. And for those in tech, please also keep an open mind. Don't listen to anything anyone has to say, even us. If you don't have to follow what we say. We might be wrong. Go out there and make your own research and see what you can understand with what's happening in the world.
Yeah, whatever we're speaking is not gospel truth.
So get your own truth, get your own gospel, and also keep your mind vigilant and open. And again, for the last time, if you got disappointed yesterday, please.
Yesterday but one.
You had
today. The flowers.
Wasn't it yesterday?
Yesterday, but what? Today it's a Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, so, you were also disappointed.
I had forgotten. Yeah. So, today you had the whole day, and yesterday to grill.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is when the week actually starts. Work. So, tomorrow, wake up in the morning and go look for money.
Yeah.
Go look for money.
School fees is knocking on the corner.
Off to you, NL.
Yeah.
Just be happy. Love and respect everyone, and don't forget to do some Tai Chi.
Tai Chi.
That ad is becoming a problem.
Just 30 minutes a day.
A day. So, colleagues, this is how we roll. This has always been Great Minds. The usual podcaster, you've had their closing remarks, and hopefully you've learned something. And also through our discussion, we've also learned something. So next week, we'll be back in the studio, fresh as usual. Gumite in style, and of course we are here to give you our view and our mind. This is part of the things that we do to make us happy, and like we always say, also find something out there that make you happy. There are flowers all over the road. In case you didn't pick any flower, you can talk to a neighbor and then pick some few flowers here and there. But nevertheless, we still have another Feb that is coming. So you can wait for that Feb. The same start Ale. Those that were disappointed, that girl that blocked a taking machine, sorry for you. Probably find time and then, meditate on that and stop wasting technology.
There's a lot of things you could have done with that machine.
Exactly. Then the man that bought the tech machine and it was hammered, be serious. Be serious. That's not how they do things. You buy your flowers, once they power them down, nothing happens.
You go away.
Yeah, don't start messing up technology. There are chips in there. There is gold there. People took time to assemble that device. Don't bring it in your own funny things or something like that.
I think we should contact Chifle to give him some potatoes. He's a customer.
Exactly. So as usual, the idea of kneeling down was abolished. The idea of giving flowers was also abolished. Resort to giving cows instead.
Yeah, go back
as
to the
always,
old times.
Speak
to the dad, give the dad cows, and take your woman.
Exactly. So as always, this is Great Minds. With this, I will share our views. Don't take them personal. This is just us. Keep posted and keep locked. Great things are always ahead. The struggle continues. Chill out.
Peace.